Hi guys, and welcome to the new channel. Okay, I do have two other YouTube channels, but I'm not going to go into that here because they're not even mildly related to this subject. But I thought, well, I've spent so long in the hobby, I'm going to start a channel about it. Why not? And where better place to start than really where we're at as of today. It's the end of December 2020. I'm not going to go into all the loveliness about 2020, but I will go into the loveliness about RC and the hobby and all the rest of it. So, just to set the tone, I got into crawling around about 2 years ago. At the same time, I got my son a Bugster, FTX Bugster, for those that know. This is the Absima Sherpa, or the Abysmal Sherpa, as I like to call it. We used to have an SCX 10.2, which is what I started the crawling hobby on. That's my son's first car. We got an aeroplane, and we got some smaller bits. Just some older stuff, which I'll go into another date. Also, we've got projects. So, forgive the really crap camera angles. But this was the, or maybe it still could be, the start of a front loader project. I got one of those kind of cheapy, well, not so cheapy actually. Front loaders. I can't remember who makes it, so whatever. And kind of some upgrades. So the FTX Bugster is far from standard. It is absolutely rapid. It's a beast. We spent some time when my son was off school through lockdown 1.0. So it's now got a wheelie bar on it. We've got some new wheels and tyres, new electronics, new body shell, because this version came with the blue one, which was the brushed. So this was originally a brushed car. The Absima, on the other hand, absolutely brand new. I've had it, what, 3-4 days? It's been out for one run. It's absolutely filthy. Not that the camera seems to be picking it up, but oh my God, guys. It's an absolute beast. It's an absolute beast of a truck. So, I'm going to cut to a bit of an intro, and then we're going to have a look at the Sherpa. Okay, well, welcome to the Absima, I think I'm pronouncing that right, or the Abysmal, as I like to call it. The Absima Sherpa. The SCX 10.2, I have to say, is probably a better crawler out of the box. This has got some issues with it being top heavy and not so grippy. However, that being said, if you like scale realism and you like kind of the trail driving element, out of the box, I can't exactly call myself an expert at the moment, but notice that at the moment. But these are just brilliant. We did take it for a short run in some very, very muddy, slippery conditions on Christmas Eve, and it performed pretty admirably. This is an absolute animal. This is quite refined, very quiet, very smooth, amazingly quiet servos in it. Very impressed. Lovely radio. I'm terrible. I should have done some research on this. So it's a 6-channel radio. So we've got lights, we've got front and rear locking differentials. I'll show you under the hood in just a moment. Under the hood? Oh God, look at me. Too much American YouTubing. Under the body shell. Yeah, front and rear lockers. It's got a 2-speed transmission, which is switchable. Lights, obviously throttle reverse, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, the thing that's not impressed me an awful lot, and we'll get that out of the way right now, plastic accessories. I mean, don't get me wrong, for the price point, unbelievable. So this is in no way marring what has been a fantastic experience. But my son decided he would drive into a log, and I've lost both my D-rings, both my shackles. They're just crappy plastic ones anyway, so these were going to get replaced with metal. So I think there'll be we'll probably do a video, I should imagine, fitting some accessories. So we'll fit some metal shackles on here. We'll definitely fit a winch. She looks like she's winch ready. I very rarely ever see anyone talk about this sort of thing. So unlike the SCX 10, this bad boy is ready. Underneath here is a metal plate. So you've got a lovely hard mount. I mean, this is a mount, the bumper will sort of carry the truck with. So it's definitely solid. So we'll get a winch on here for sure. Let me move the controller out of the way. I will set my tripod up. Believe it or not, I've got a perfectly good YouTuber friendly rig up there, which I will employ on this channel. And why? I don't know why. Why the candy red? Anyway, we'll get these jerry cans off. I actually quite like them. They do a rear wheel carrier as well, which I think we'll go for. Which is not going to help the balance of this vehicle much, but we'll get into that. Yeah, we'll get these off. We'll repaint these. I'll probably do these in... should we do them in green and red? Or red and black? I don't know. I'll decide. Maybe I'll make them look like water and diesel, whatever. And a high lift jack. RC 4-wheel drive. Do a lovely metal jack, but it's a bit expensive. But when we get around to it, we'll get a jack on there as well. And up top, I mean, this is all standard. I mean, I've added nothing to this vehicle at all. We've got space for stuff. Now, I really want to do some long distance trialing. So, long distance driving with this. I've got a nice big 5200, 7.4 volt, 2S in here. I'm not worried about outright speed. It's got all the power it needs anyway, through the torque with the transmission and the gearing. So it's all about distance and obviously having that ability to get over obstacles. So I've lined it up. Batteries fit in here quite nicely. So we're going to probably go with like a practical load up. May even go with a trailer if we fancy that. But yeah, before we get under the hood, I mean, just look at it. It's the nuts. I mean, the camera just isn't conveying how cool this looks. I'm sure you can tell. I mean, I saw it in blue. I actually thought it was a TRX when I saw it in blue. The Traxxas TRX4. But pound for pound, I mean, you cannot beat this. This is unreal. Just check that out. Very pretty truck. Very pretty in this colour. Had they done it in a sandy desert tan, I probably would have gone for that. But the green is good enough for me. Right. Okay, so the first thing that impressed me the most. What do you see here? That's right, you see body pins. What do you not see here? You don't see any body pins. It's a shame that it's got these on it. However, I think we can get rid of these, and I'll show you what they're for. If I just pop my finger under. Ta-da! How wicked is that? So those pips are actually a couple of magnets. Now, I'm not going to go into all the tech spec because A, I don't know it. I don't want to look like an absolute idiot. But there's a few videos out there. If you want me to do one, just shout and I'll get my rig set up and we'll do a proper run through. However, I just wanted to show you it as I ran it the other day. Where do I start? I start up here. Speed controller, very easy to program, I guess, out of the box anyway. You just have these little jumpers, and you can switch between kind of LiPo and NiCad, and you can have forward reverse, forward brake, I think then forward brake reverse, and I think I've got mine just set as forward reverse. But because of the gearing, when you let off the throttle anyway, if you're on a bit of an incline, it doesn't have a tendency to want to roll, so that works for me. And the quality of it all, there's so much metal on it. All these kind of stays, the chassis rails, which I'm doing a very poor job of showing you here. The chassis is all metal. There's lots of metal in and around the gearbox, which you would expect. Actually quite warm from when I was running around in the garden. Yeah, you've got a brush motor. I'm assuming, is that a 520 or a 540 can? I can't remember all my terminology, so forgive me. I'll put it up here if I can be asked to find out. Your gearbox. So over here we've got your gearbox servo. You've got your front and rear differentials. Like I said, they're lockable. Lovely big battery tray with my big 5200 in there. And then this absolute rat's nest for the lighting, which obviously allows, everything's kind of canted to the rear, so it allows that freedom of access to lift the body shell up. The downside is, for sure, is it does make this slightly arse heavy, so it's got a tendency to want to rear up when you kind of get up on a bit of an incline. But I think we'll get some, I've seen that Absima do some brass knuckle weights, so we'll get some knuckle weights on and we'll try and weigh the front end of this down a tad. It comes with Deans as well. That's probably a very important note, something that was quite important for me. I was hoping I didn't have to change all the connectors on my batteries. I didn't. It comes with Deans, so sweet. The electronics, I understand all the lighting system is all controlled by a fancy box in here, which I haven't looked at yet. Yeah, so allegedly that's fairly well sealed up. My son decided to drive this through a puddle, probably about up to here, and actually I think the body shell join kept the majority of the water out, so it's remained fairly clean. So I am very, very impressed. Very well done. Lovely use of gaffer tape, of course, because race car. But I mean, how sweet is that? I mean, how easy is this going to be to install a winch? Put the winch on there, bring it back. The only thing we'll have to do is trying to... I need to work out what channel I can use to run a winch on, or we may have to upgrade the radio. We may have to go 8 channel. It's got the crazy thing, you may have seen it in other videos, where if you turn left or right, you get left or right blinkers, which are these here. They're just to me, they're just bloody annoying. Some like it, hey, whatever. So I'm probably going to lose that function. I don't think I can kind of repurpose a channel as such. So I may have to go 8 channel when a winch comes along. But that's fine by me. I've seen a lovely Fly Sky that a friend of mine the other day was using. So we might go down the 8 channel route. So there you have it. There you have it. Once your battery's in, the beauty of it is you're plugged it in, drive to wherever. None of that faffing around, getting the body pins and plugging it in, putting the body back on, finding where the posts are. You're just like, oh, we're ready to go. No problem. Lift up, switch on, boom, done. So there you have it, guys. Oh, let's show you underneath. I'm not so sure there's many videos of anyone showing the underneath of these. I know there wasn't when I was looking. Yeah, check all this out. I mean, there's a lot of metal work. A lot of metal work. God, I've gone all American all of a sudden. So you got your cables. You got your cables for your differential locks. Extendable drive shafts. Portals, of course. Portals. Very important. It's the reason I didn't go with the TRX, is I just hate the idea of a Land Rover Defender with portal axles. Just from a scowl kind of point of view. But anyway, whatever. Bead locks as well, as standard. Yeah, you can see here the chassis rails are all metal. I'm assuming they're either a steel or an alley. I'm going to go with their aluminum. Quite beefy as well, very beefy. The shocks are kind of snazzy. Over these boots over them. Don't know how well they're all going to last, but hey, I'm sure we'll find out. Yeah, all the panhard bars, all the links. Very, very smart. Very sealed up as well. So, yeah. Let me push it back. Yeah. So there we go. What do we think, guys? Not bad, eh? You get a lovely set of stickers with it. And actually you get a set with clear. I think that's what they are anyway. Clear kind of window panels with black bezels around them. I definitely want to put an interior in this, so I think we can make use of those stickers. Other than that, I fancy getting some Jeep Rubicon or some Rubicon stickers, because that's what I'm assuming this is modelled on. Someone feel free in the comments, if I get any comments on this video, correct me. I'm pretty sure this is a Rubicon. These as well, annoyingly, they're blue, these lights. So I'll see what I can do about changing the LEDs to whites. I don't think there's a filter on them. So, but we'll have a look. That's something we can do. The light bar, I mean, how wicked is that? As standard, guys. Light bar, snorkel, the mirrors, hinge work. Sweet. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave some comments. And hopefully I will see you in another video very soon. Bye for now.